Hello. Right, I was just going to turn the light on, so give me 1 second and I'll be back. Because I've realised it's just going to get fairly dark. And, oh, now I'm just sitting in shadow. Hello. It's lovely to be here on this. Checking I'm not in too much shadow, you can actually see me. It's wonderful to be here on this very intense, very crazy, crisscrossing energy, wild ride that is this new moon in Cancer. Oh, what a day. Have you had a good day? Has yours been smooth and easy sailing, in which case I'm jealous, or has it been a crazy little day like I've had? Yeah, just so much energy, so many energies being thrown at us, being thrown into the world for us to deal with. And I know there's a lot of us at the moment who are just going, did I actually agree to come back here at this time? Did I actually agree to step up into my role? Yeah, we did. I hate to tell you, but we actually did. I think they must have bribed us somehow. But here we are on the next stage of our ascension journey, the next gateway, the next doorway. And we are currently dealing with a new moon in Cancer. Cancer, the sign of home, of being at home, being in comfort, being at home in many ways, including within ourselves. So it has a lot of very, very important energy for us. And I know today I've managed to book a holiday. I'm going to Mallorca and I can't wait. And, you know, I was thinking about this. How does this relate to home? For me, I'm a Capricorn. I'm known as a water goat. Everyone thinks Capricorns are just goats. They just climb the mountains and get on with it. But actually we've got an incredibly soft and open, watery side to us. And for me, home is finding a beach and finding that water that I can just sit in and float and just be so completely at peace. Oh, thanks, Lorraine. Yeah, I'm definitely, yay! All the rules and regulations, I swear to God, they put in. It's nothing simple nowadays. It's all how many obstacles can we put in before you can go ahead and do something. We got past it though. So yeah, for me, sitting in that water and just letting go and floating, it fulfills a part of my need. It fulfills a part of my desire for home. Hello, Cynthia. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, and this is a part of Cancer, and I think it's absolutely no surprise that the angels conspired. Everything worked together for me to be able to book this holiday, and that, you know, that I'm going somewhere where I know the water, the beaches are going to give me that amazing sense of home. And this brings me on to another point about Cancer. You know, people say, oh, but home is in here. Home is in your heart. And yes, it is. And that's incredibly important, that home is a place within our own heart, within our own body. But also we live in a 3D world. You know, yes, I am a 5D. Who knows? I don't know how many dimensions I exist in, but I am aware that I am and you are, a higher energy being who is currently existing in this 3D world. And that means that our 3D body has needs. It needs food, it needs water, it needs sleep. It also needs to find those very nurturing places here on Earth that give us that sense of relief. Hello, Candy. Thank you for being here. You know, it gives us that sense of finding home within ourselves. Because yes, when we are fully enlightened and so on, we can travel anywhere we want, and we always know that home is going to be right here within us. But we're not there yet, because even though we are on our journey, we are still existing as a 3D body, looking for that sense of comfort, looking for the place where we can sit and go, this is home. This is home to me right now. This is peace. This is joy. And if anything, the homecoming should be joyful. You know, it's we talk about, or the Bible talks about, is it the who is it? Who is the two children, and one of them stayed at home and did what he was told, and the other one went off and did terrible things and came home, but was greeted, you know, so beautifully. I don't know my Bible, but it's that sense of when you come home, it's just joyful, it's just peace, it is just love. And when we find that place here on earth, if it's for a week, if it's for a month, for a year, it doesn't matter. It adds something to our heart, it brings joy. And when we feel joyful, when we take something in from this 3D world that makes us feel alive, then what can we share in the world? We can share yet more joy with others. We can share more light. So this whole idea of turning around and saying, oh, but you know, you can struggle with anything, you'll be absolutely fine. We can't. We actually need to find that place where our soul finds relief, where our body finds relief. And this is another important, very, very important part of this Cancer new moon. As I said, this is why it got booked today. I didn't know it was going to happen. I was literally watching the test. We couldn't get the dog in kennels. And I literally said to universe, come on, I need some help with this. You know, I need this break. And I looked up at the tennis, and Rafael Nadal was playing, who happens to be from Mallorca. And they showed his the speed of his serve, and it was 111 miles an hour. And I was going, oh my God, you show me 111. And just this feeling rose within me that just said, it's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. Next thing you know, my phone rings, and it's a kennel going, yeah, we can do those dates. And I was like, yes. So everything conspired. And when you want something, when it's right, the universe will conspire. The universe will work with you. If you just put your trust in them, they will work with you, and they will say, look what we can do. So, you know, the universe is also my home. It's our home. And they're saying, we've got you. You know, we are your mother, we are your father, and we've got you, and we will help you. So allow that universe to guide you to that place of home. They will. They really will. So I'm just going to have a look what I wrote in some of these notes when I was meditating. So yeah, new moon. It heralds new beginnings. It always does. New energy, fresh energy, renewal, rebirth. And in this case, because it's in Cancer, it's the rebirth of our home. So what does this mean? For me, right now, it means that holiday. It also means a rebirth, a reconnection with Gaia, a reconnection with this beautiful planet on which we live, who is our mother, who has given birth to us. It also means a reconnection to the universe and to all the gifts that it's bringing down to us, and the energy that is just flowing into this earth. And it only becomes a struggle when we try and fight against it, which we're very good at. As 3D beings, we're incredibly good at fighting against what the universe tells us. It also means a reconnection to our own souls. You know, this body is the house of the soul. And we have become so separated, so diverted from our soul and from our soul's journey. It's as if, is that Philip Pullman? I can't remember. Lorraine, you'll probably know. I was watching the TV series, when the soul is an animal that sits outside of you. It is this sort of, the soul is over there and we've forgotten about it. And through the last 2 years, we have simply become this physical person who lives here doing work, doing duty, doing non-spiritual things, being good, being frightened. And the soul has never actually gone away. So part of the new moon, part of the reconnection to the self, the coming back to the self, is inviting this soul to come back into our body, to reconnect, to bring all the wisdom and the joy that this soul carries. And then to come into the core star, that beautiful place that sits just below our solar plexus. inviting the soul in, recognizing that this is the center of our being, that this is also our home. We have so many homes within our physical body, and reconnecting with them all is absolutely vital for us to actually step up and into this magnificent being that we are. And home is also the recognition and the remembering of who we are. Putting aside the lies, the ways we have been kept powerless, small. This was not home. Home is not the structures that we built around this world. Home is inside the earth. It is inside Gaia. It is in the sacred womb of our mother, who wants to cradle us in her energy and love us and hold us like we haven't been since we were babies, and sometimes not even when we were babies. You know, this beautiful, divine, feminine goddess energy, she wants to bring us home to ourselves. She wants to bring us home to who we truly are, to all the magic that is inherent within us, to the magic that is just sitting within us, waiting to explode in light and in power. This is coming back to home. It is remembering who we are. It is remembering our divine existence. And it is remembering why we're here. Remembering why we came back to earth at this time. It was not to suffer. It was not to be made small. It was to shine. It was to be magnificent. Coming back to the self is coming back to all our power. To casting aside everything that is not home. And when you just look around your house, look around your own house. What's in it that isn't yours? What's in it that you feel you have to have? What's in it that somebody else gave to you? Clear it out. Make home yours. Your home, your house. The carrier of your soul, of your heart. Now, I said to someone earlier, I said, we carry within us the most precious gift of all. We carry our soul. Now, in coming back to ourselves, we need to take care of the carrier of our soul, this body. We need to take care of it. We need to treasure it. Because the soul being the most precious thing that we could possibly own, the most possible thing, the most precious thing that we possibly have. Don't you want to create something special for it? Lorraine, it was his dark materials, the soul animals were the demons. Yes, that's it. And the coming back, and I remember in that, the awful bit, I'd never seen it before, and just the moment when they were killing the soul animals, they're killing the demons, it ran through me like a cold shiver, because this is what we've done. We've cut ourselves off and said, that's fine, that can be over there, I don't need it. Because you know, there's something really painful about remembering who we were and what we could do, and recognizing this within our soul, but feeling it over there and not connecting with it. It's very, very painful. So bringing the soul back in, creating this amazing house for it, this amazing container for our soul, is so incredibly important right now. And right now, at this new moon in Cancer, the coming back to the self, the coming back to the joyful being that we were always meant to be, coming back to the freedom, to the openness, the vastness, the open space of who we actually are. and casting aside anything else. So as you create your home, as you start valuing your home, don't bring into it anything that just doesn't fit, anything that doesn't resonate. We are trying to clear the world of all that doesn't fit. And okay, I'm being told don't be a hoarder. So, whilst we're trying to clear the world of all that doesn't fit, of all that is not ours, then what we can do is we suddenly think, yes, but without all these attributes, without all these material things, I will lose myself. We won't. We don't need all that stuff. When we come back and recognise that home is in here, that home is in our core star, we don't need all this materialistic stuff. We can have it because it's nice. Nobody ever said we couldn't have materialism. But it's recognising that it's not going to help our soul ground within us. That's not how it works. That coming back inside of ourselves actually means that we feel rich. We feel complete. And there is no greater richness in life than feeling complete within ourselves. It's a beautiful, beautiful feeling. And don't expect to feel it immediately. I've had, and I'm chatting to other people as well, we've had these moments where we've gone, oh my God, I feel so complete. Isn't that extraordinary? And you just feel astonishing. You feel like you could just float up to Everest. You feel like you could do anything. And then it goes away. Because ascension isn't that easy, unfortunately. I wish it was. Ascension is a journey, and they show us these moments of completeness, of coming back to the self. They show us these moments because they're saying, this is who you can be. Now go and do the work. Now go and prepare yourself for this journey. Go and face your fears. Go and face the past lives. Go and face all the things that have been buried and all the pains that you're carrying. But that image, that says where we can go. That's the possibilities that exist for us. So they're showing us our house, they're showing us ourself as it is, complete and beautiful and magnificent. But it's up to us to invite all this in. It's up to us to engage with this new beginning, to actually want it, to recognise that staying in fear and staying small is far, far more painful than taking the step out, than branching out and exploring our greatness. Yeah, it can be scary. But when we recognise that desire to be complete, that desire to come home, when that becomes stronger than anything else, then we'll do it. Then we will truly embrace everything that we are and everything that we can do. So I'm going to stop warbling, actually read some of what I wrote, see if there's anything helpful in there. A time to be compassionate to ourselves. Like I said, a time to recognise that what we are holding here is so incredibly valuable. It is divine. You hold in your body, in your hands, the most pure, divine energy. Treasure it, bring it in, breathe it in, accept it. And the other thing is, in all this crap that we're given, we so often think that, I can cope with anything. Like we are, okay, another lovely image, like we're in the stocks and they just keep throwing stuff at us. And we're kind of going, yeah, bring it on, I can cope. Guess what? We can't. There comes a moment when we say, enough, I can't cope with that anymore. So it's time to stand up and actually protect the home. Recognise that you don't have to stay in a situation where you are constantly having mud pies thrown at you, when you are constantly being abused, because this is not what home was built for. It's not what our heart was built for. And when we continue being abused again and again and again, it's time to change the situation. You can't sit within that energy for the rest of your life because your home will never become complete. We can't anchor down into our physical body, down into Gaia, if we are constantly in a state of being hated, of feeling that we want revenge, When somebody keeps abusing us, we keep being in an abusive situation, the heart then becomes focused on the anger, it becomes focused on the fear, it becomes focused on anything apart from coming back to the self. So we need to let go. We've let go of so much, and yes, we're still letting go. The letting go journey is not done. I don't know when the letting go journey is actually going to be done, because how long's the journey of ascension? No idea. And every single one of us is at a different place. But it doesn't matter how long it takes. There's no timetable to this. This is an evolution, a soul growth, and there isn't somewhere we've got to get to by next Tuesday. This is a time to be gentle, a time to stand up and say, I defend my soul. I defend who I am. And in turn, your soul will defend your body. Because when you come together, when you merge together as this beautiful synchronous energy, you feel very strong, very, very strong. And the dark has wanted our soul to be out there for us not to engage with the wisdom, the compassion, the joy and the love of our soul. Well, we're stronger than the dark. We beat them anyway. They're just having a tantrum, that's all. So we don't want to lose our connection to our soul, because then we shut ourselves down and we shut down all our gifts. Time to come to ourselves, to treasure who we are. And as I wrote, this new moon offers us a moment to reset, to listen to what we need, to come back to our hearts. And we've existed in this dense fog for so long. We've existed in these lies for too long. There's been such an incredible brainwashing energy of fear and compliance that has been forced upon us. And we got lost in it all. We forgot how to think for ourselves. We forgot how to question. We forgot how to exist in a place of light, because we got placed in this mist, in this fog, in this darkness. And the soul needs light. So as the soul comes in, as you invite it in, as the soul wants to take you up into the light, allow it to take you. Allow it to take you on that journey upwards into the universal love, but also downwards into the pure, grounding, earthy love of Gaia. We want both these energies coming in. And the light will clear away this fog so that we can see what home is, so that we can see ourselves once again and see who we are and what we want and what drives us and what is our passion. What is it that makes us feel at home? And when you're really at home, then nothing else can come in. I'm reminded of the 3 little pigs. They keep building one house after another, but each one, if we look at it in terms of light, the first house, the light wasn't strong enough. It couldn't keep the building up. In the second, the light was stronger, but still the light wasn't strong enough. The belief in self wasn't strong enough. But in the third house, when they built that house, it was built as the house of the soul. It was built as the house of the self. It was built from love. It was built from light. It was built from a complete and utter belief in ourselves. And that stayed. No huffing, no puffing, nothing could bring that house down. And this is us. Come back and build that house of light and love and joy and universal energy and Gaia and Mother and Divine Father and everybody. And nobody ever is going to be able to bring that house down. When you are grounded in yourself, there is nothing on earth. I got told recently that our roots of our tree were becoming so deeply rooted in Gaia that nobody could ever uproot us again. And I want you all to find those roots, to connect, so that nobody and nothing can ever take you out of the light ever again, that you will always be in yourself. So to see if there's anything else. So yeah, as I said, come back to what makes us feel special, safe, cared for, loved. Allow this light to overhaul the way you have been living. Allow this light to build a new structure, a structure of light, a structure of light in which your soul can sit and be in harmony with you. Okay, so that is my message about coming back to the soul, coming back to self. And this is what Cancer means for me, coming home. So now, as ever, I have picked some cards, and this time, as the box, I have chosen Beyond Lemuria, because I love these cards. I'm so in love with them. And I love the way these cards talk. So the first one, I've chosen the Infinite. Right? And I looked at that and I thought, what's that got to do with home? The Infinite is our home. The Infinite is the place where we reside. Our soul is so enormous. It is so multidimensional. It is so vast that we exist within the infinite. This little body, this exists here and now in 3D, but this won't be here for long. This will turn to dust. But my soul, your soul, all our souls, will go and rejoin the infinite. They will go and merge with home in another sense. You know, we often talk about when we die, we go home. Yes, we do go home. This is home. Wherever our soul is home. But we will rejoin that infinite and we will find a beautiful place there. And we will remember, because sometimes in this 3D existence, we don't remember being a part of the infinite. But when this body goes, when we are no longer a 3D, then, yes, we will remember being the infinite. The second card is Earth. Like I said, Gaia, Earth, is our Divine Mother home. It is the place that gave birth to us. Yes, our physical mothers gave birth to us, but it is Gaia that provided the energy, that provided the seed, that brought us up into this life. It is on Gaia that we stand. It is on Gaia that we exist. And when we connect with her nature, then we feel so at home. Gaia is not this structure that we built around us. You know, if you imagine the earth, this beautiful ball of divine energy, and placed around it we have put houses and flats and factories and so on. But not one of these is Gaia herself. These are all just man-made structures that we have placed onto it. When you look at the foundations of a building, they go down a couple of meters, you know, maybe a bit deeper for a very tall building. I'm not a structural engineer, I apologise to any who are. But you know, they are sitting so shallowly. But us, when we connect with Gaia, our roots go right the way down into the heart of this beautiful earth. They go right down into the heart of our beloved mother. And she shines up out to us, sending her light, greeting us. This is our real connection to earth. It's not anything, that's not any structure that man has built. It is the deepest, deepest connection, and I can feel Gaia here. I can feel our Divine Mother, and I know that she is going to come through in the light language today. So nurture the nature inside of you. Nurture Gaia, nurture her roots. And then the final card is alignment. Yeah, what are we coming into alignment with? I love this card because it sort of looks like the soul coming in, down through us, through our heart and into the body. It's all these three vessels connecting. You know, there's always a threesome, the Tripitaka, the Buddhist books, the God, Holy Spirit, Jesus. You know, we've always got this threesome that represents the three divine vessels. And this is us as well. Our universal connection, our physical body, our heart, however you want to phrase it, in mind, in body, in spirit. It's always this wonderful connection. So I feel that that is us coming into alignment with ourselves, coming into being, straightening this beautiful Hara line, the line of intention that comes down through us, connecting once again with the three energy centers within us. Now, there is always a balance of three, the perfect triangle, solid in its base. So, those are the cards that want to come through. Now, get yourselves comfy. It's time for light language. And it feels incredibly high heart based. Really from here, from the thymus. This is such a spiritual seat. It is a real place of spirituality. It is a home, another home of the soul. And I feel it wanting to flow through from here. I feel it coming up from Gaia. I feel us settling, nestling into the seat of who we are, nestling into ourself. So if you want to allow light language to flow, if you speak it, let it flow, don't hold back. Even if you're a beginner, it doesn't matter, no one's listening. If you want to make a sound because your body wants to sigh, your body wants to express itself, let it. It is time to stop the embarrassment of self. Time to stop the embarrassment, the shame of being within this physical body, and allowing us to connect with all the glorious gifts. Lorraine, aligning with our high heart aligns with Gaia's heart too. Exactly. So allow yourself the freedom to be yourself. This is the thing, to be yourself. Incredibly important. So let's see where this beautiful journey takes us today. Moani marshia what are so kamedi. Tamarunda kiwazi what are me washing karam motorshisia. As a kiborokan de kai kaurashnia sai, or karabadish chumukush kataramia washina. As a koraki way deeds or maji can make a jasine, kawashini karavashi kodarski sikadama. I did ururinia, but in the Kurikoni motor shinkiase. Tamaya, the Moya Kima, the Roshkas mother. Tamokachi, I the Moshe Sinias worried or Rushkrisim. Taisukotareko, Vaki Warakamota, Shkiskimokasia. Tamaj was Sindokaska. Tamaj was Sindikabaraka, Tishkim with Sabadaramo. I you oda, you are the Morash with Siamokashi, Sanyo Joshkismia. Tarmos of a Sindikazer, Smaraka Vorakamizarishki Sindaskadar, Korakata, Barakiodarishkima. I took a dam wide daddy Nimorish Vinyata Barishka, as a Mararito, Taraka Haraka Marakia, Tamaja, it says Yanorosh, Sikirishkis, Darushim, Samia Otarishki. Matsana Baresi, Tamarajakama, away on no highs in Nekarashiki, Tamasikotarasuki, Tuzikian, Ukitiki Konda Karakodi, Maria Darushki, Samiashki, Sumado Yamuraza, Tamita, I didn't know the Korakim, I didn't Maravi, Moyan Yajaji Koshiki Yoshki, Yoshi, Holoshki, Kosumarashki, Sokrada, Tadi, read the more Tatishki, some more Jeza, Nami, Arupara, Kodana, my Yuar, Mukia, out of Morashimia. Zigugia Marajo Karakia, Taramishikishka, Dadamasia, Deutschkish, Wotarakish, Sandata Tushkiskatorishkis Kiskia, Tamia Dorna, Jasinia Darimia, Tamia Warakio, Gaia Kaya Daraki, my daddy Karake Morakashi, Simoish Giazo. ai tursis kita ai tu kies tu kara para tu kuki bukai ki mukara ka ti tu mereka tota ji ke moski sama da rojuj ki wetribia tari tu tamrea to ya tamara ko ta kata pe ku kai ai jasa kana mara ka ta ti tu karashi sama hai ya tarashi sama jezinho é minha outra mojisimo kara ko ai te doshki zara simuzu ko te kara konta ta tari kishkishia tamajiviso simia tor mojasnya Tarabute tutorinya sabete korokara media toroshi samoaji ajikawasha samayu washikawai samodara wad taz tarajes samadarajiske sitarama eskizitsu kudorski samazwajuasim tamajuwa Gaia modoraki samor aizike marasi tamajuishu shipadorashik indekrasiki karate tadishukatsukud tadishukachukata marajwazinechkiziasi tarishkizimazava hawedizo Tamia orekena, tamijuskushima awishimerazi, tamiashkuzia narizimia darojkamarazi, tamio wakimoka yamora. Adoraji, ma si kodo krakisho dajne siamo, tamia tomeka okara, si maje si odarashi, si madorejinia krasi, tamajuesi, sumara kita krishkisam, shitorshikema, tamia weish, wayunia warasi morketarshki. Ma sintarami, patitoraki, marcarishkimo, shamaraji manesi, samiedomo, ai mia outra parte que aguentarei, mas eu queria que para ter uma região. Samia vai de juizimora, se me acho cora, se nada tá tipo de que eu cheguei a minha, tamari os coisa, tamari juscoia. Adoro mas vai ser nessa que radisque juito, to já e meris camarque, to my way in yaris mo cajo assim nada radi, tamarju que jua, smoj que nerasi tareba, tamo reginia, para que morcas que vai se mudar chique, samaraju reginia sacareba, toru buku caca e na marish, podar que se tajuera. Me torres mia sequia das que se anaraji marasi, tamorishiki, samaradora. I want you to invite your soul now to come back into your high heart, come back into your heart. I miazo warani do jukis wasanda bari don mas kwisinya karebi taramane ke juska semandia tarmaj ke tabarjika. Ado rojumas bisi setete toro ma kwasinya aizeki watara ke me roshki semia watete moroka barete shki smutar shesia tamre juojim arme korishke. It's a dom aridishke weteyama arishiki miatsakara. Tamajusina zuara. I did a dora make a wish and Narakashkushia sitia. The Michkus at the Murkash Wajinia Sabra, the Murkash with Sitara. I did Rojuzia Mariato, what the Kashki Bushke Sabra, Yumuroshke, Samarido Rujiki, whether the Yumurokashin, there's a Kara Darakashiki Yushkosea, that is Yuzi Kumrata, I do Murishka, Sanya Taraji, Murka, Itaram, with the Monokashi said that it did Moshwe, some Yadan Moshkes and Yasakaka Koshkisa, Tamri Shushiki Moraza, Tarit Kushka. When the other barred Nadushki Satikiraja, Tamajo, we are the brake, Wadamai, Kukarashi Mashawaye, Tarushki Jasi, but the Borga Kawari to do no mura, Niker, Shikawa, the Burashkamar Zeta, Etumara, Tamote, the Daria Coco, Kanya, Darmajimas, Ukara, Tabaraki, Suwasiko Ashik, Smoke, Navajo, with Turizikara, Meteraji, Vijo, Carmiatrosh, Iski Dari. Matamorzke Mariskindia, Taurez Zutir, Metara, Yimake Ayudorski, Semiadorja, Madin Nukarasia. You've been separated too long from the divine aspect of you. You've been led to believe that this is a part of you that is not needed, that is not truth, that the only truth is here within your physical body, and hence you became scared of evolution, scared of dying, scared of change. But when we are guided by our soul, when we have merged once again with our soul, we know that there is no death. There is only change. There is only evolving. There is only enlightenment. Mutraji wishiki watara motokarvishinya seya. Tarjimazi wanyada mota. Hadu kuresin kakari jumasha by zinyata mokarakish. Some shik arujashia. Tamaru no kuresia. Amiyodoromajawashinya Kawaradorshisa, some Harawa Yinura Dedicusumaya Warasinda, Atora Ditorske, Sama, Awadi, Amoda, Mwada, Modar, Mokota, Adam Morakada, Taini Okoshinia, Sanya Dorajin, some Medarokorishin, some Martekishkus, Majazia, Utayashkusia, Tamrajinia, Siarade. Mati moraka watsin ke jaza nati moraka maraka te jesu kiyashuka sente turmeka shindia dia jinya ke savarena rushke suaiti mora ta mora jijakio to mora shwesi sukura sikanarishke sinya sabate dormashka watsina taka hati romoshikia. When we work from our soul, when we work from our higher selves, things begin to make sense in life. But when we only believe that we are 3D and this is it makes no sense. So when you invite that soul in comes the wisdom, in comes the security, in comes the knowledge of who you really are. Just sit in that beautiful energy for a moment. Just place your hand on your higher heart. Place your hand on your thymus and one hand on your physical heart. And I want you to welcome your soul home. I want you to feel the oneness. I want you to remember who you are. Remember how it feels to be oneness again. Remember how it feels to be in alignment. Just give yourself a moment of peace, a moment of love, a moment of reconnection with all that was taken away, with all that you gave away once upon a time, and welcome yourself home. And breathe your soul in. And let it fill all of your being. Right down to your toes, up to your head, and listen. Just listen to what your soul wants to tell you. You may hear it, you may feel it, you may know it. Just listen without judgment. And when you're ready, just bring yourself very gently back into the room where you are. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out and gently open your eyes. Welcome home. How do you feel? I feel very peaceful, but very energized. My heart is so alive. You're very welcome, Barbara. Happy. I love that. Reconnecting with ourselves is joy. It is pure joy. And I have no doubt that there's more of us to come. There are parts of our soul that have been hidden out there, that we hid away for preservation, for safekeeping. And as we create more and more of a paradise for ourselves, the more pieces will return. I'm so glad to hear that. Astrea, beautiful name. So go and spend the rest of the evening or the day with yourself. Go and honour yourself. Be kind. Hug yourself. Sit in the garden and look at your amazing planet Earth. Look to the stars and look at your amazing star home, because all of this is ours. All of it. Every single bit of the universe is ours and is our home, is our self. So please take care of yourselves tonight. Take it easy. Be kind and loving. Oh, it's lovely to connect with you too, Lorraine, always. So please go do something that your soul wishes to do. And thank you so much for joining me here. You make all the difference. Speaking light language to myself is nice, but speaking light language to all of you is something extra special. I feel your love, I feel your energy, and it helps me. And I hope that this helps you too. So I send you so much love, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. You are all welcome. Love to you all. Bye-bye. Divine blessings to you too.